Welcome, welcome, welcome to Pretty Lies and Ugly Truths, where you can either die with the lie or
the truth will set you free.
And I am the Alex E. Miller, and that voice of reason that you just heard was
Toya Vegan Mamiana.
All right. And as we always do here on Pretty Lies and Ugly Truths, we allow the guests to introduce themselves. So pretty much, tell the people what they don't know, what they should know, what they need to know, who you are, et cetera, et cetera. Treat it like the first day of school, first day on the job.
Yo, first day of school, first day on the job. My name is Mosin. My Instagram is Mosin Pictures, Mosin Pictures, and producer, director, manager. I do all kinds of stuff, man. I got like 80 jobs, man.
Right.
It's a blessing. Yo, I like your hair though. Like I already see you being in a music video.
Oh,
Like you already got that vibe.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
See, he's on the job. It's like you can't help but working. It's like
I know I'm about to say, like basically I'm the man.
yeah. You're always in work mode. That's what's up. So you mentioned, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get right into something because it's interesting. You I see you get very introspective on your social media.
Yes, sir.
And like, so you put up a post one time where so I see stories in people's faces and their hands and their eyes. People tell me stories without saying one word. Listen and give it back. What are you chasing? You know what I'm saying? I felt like going there right away because of just how you seen Toya and immediately your mind went somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you wouldn't mind, you know what I'm saying, it might be putting you on the spot. What stories do you see with me and Toya?
Well, the stuff that I see, just period, when it comes to, characters in the industry, personalities in the industry, egos in the industry. Sometimes, man, the egos, they kind of get the best of people. Yeah. And I feel like people should stay humble, because the world moves so fast, guys. And like, it's spinning, everybody's got everything going on, and we got to respect each other. So I think sometimes those boundaries are crossed, and I think the media makes it really tough on people, bro. Being a part of the media, and I've been doing this, bro. I used to pass out flyers in '97, and we did R. Kelly and Jay-Z tours. I was in the elevator with Nas, first time I ever seen Nas. He was pissed off with he had fatigue jacket on, and I'm like, and I was introduced to this industry, and everybody's character, it's like watching wrestling when I was a kid. Andre the Giant, Macho Man Randy Savage, you got your Takashis, you got, the Casanovas, you know what I mean? Everybody's got this character, but some people just know how to carry that balance. And I think that balance is important.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Straight like that.
I like that.
Straight like that.
The pretty lies of the ugly truth.
Yeah, all the time.
Facts.
Yeah.
Mohsen, is that your real name? And where does that name come from?
Cool story. My dad's black. My mom's is white. They're both Egyptian, but my dad is from like the black part of Africa, right? So he's from the hood.
Okay.
And my mom's is from the white side. And somehow they met in Brooklyn. And like when they were 20, they both bounced from Egypt, like I'm out. And somehow they found each other in Brooklyn. And here I am, Mohsen. And my name means one who does good. So I'm trying to live up to that.
Oh my God, I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
But I have never heard anybody explain their background like that. You went from black, white, Egyptian, Africa. Okay, you taught me something.
With everything that's going on in society, bro, I love being this melting pot. My son's mother's Cuban. I got a 15-year-old son. He's I didn't grow up. I was born in New York, raised in Fort Lauderdale, which is in South Florida.
Yes.
And now I live in LA now. So I kind of grew up in the city, and I never seen racism like that. You feel me? I really didn't. And being in New York, PS 153 as a chit, and then moving to Fort Lauderdale, it was a very different pace for me than New York.
Mm-hmm.
But I landed in a great spot. It was a thriving County, Broward County, like everything Kodak talks about. I've been knowing that stuff before these kids was born, bro.
Right, right.
Like, and I've seen the advancement. So it's been a very dope like journey, and being aware enough to see it and understand it. See, growth is everything, dog.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're so passionate.
Yeah, most definitely.
Everything, bro.
If you wouldn't mind, before we go to Fort Lauderdale, you being from Staten Island,
Brooklyn.
Yeah, break down just the boroughs for people that are not from New York. They may not know what are the boroughs, how far away they are from each other, who's from where, and stuff like that. Break that
Well,
down.
I lived in New York till I was 8,
Okay.
and my dad drove us down here. So as far as I know, I was from Brooklyn. I had family in Teaneck, New Jersey. Then my auntie lived in Canarsie. That's the Brooklyn. That's part of the Brooklyn borough. But then you got Queens, and you got the Bronx up there, where you got Forsyth and all that. It's White Plains and all that crazy world. But I was 8. I moved to Fort Lauderdale, and then I would spend the summers in New York, and I would go to Staten Island, and they had the Woolwear store, so I'd be like, oh, cool, it's the Woolwear store, and I'd jump on the ferry and go to to Times Square, Manhattan. So it was a cool experience, man, growing up and just like jumping back. Cool story. First year I moved here, I failed, right? So the girls would make me like say hot dog, and because I was from Brooklyn. So
right.
Yeah, my parents weren't there. They were like back and forth. And it was funny because they failed me in the 4th grade, bro. Like,
yeah.
I was like, damn.
Yeah, you still like, damn, like, why the fuck y'all did that? Like, y'all do me like that.
Your dog, you got a dog named Onyx. Was Onyx named after the rap group Onyx?
It was not really. It was more of the name kind of fit him, and he was a blue pit, and man, I love that dog, but I had to get rid of him because he bit everybody, yo.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
Yeah, he had to go.
Yeah.
He bit he bit everybody, but he bit my best friend's son, and that was it. He had to get the fuck out of the house. So
wow,
yeah, he had to go.
Time to go.
Onyx was a beast, boy, and we just started a record label called Onyx Digital Agency, ODA, and I'm very excited about that. We haven't done the launch officially yet. We're doing all these partnerships and cool things, while we're building up some things, but we got some dope signings, and I'm excited to announce it through PR and stuff. So, Onyx, bro.
So he's still here, in a way. He's still here in another way.
Yeah, man, he's living through the label, man.
Yeah. When I see him, I'm like, you got a dog named Onyx.
Living through the label.
Like he in New York, and you had a dog named Trick, and when you live in Fort Lauderdale, I'm like, okay.
That was my snake Trick.
Oh, yeah, Snake. Yeah, Snake. Yeah.
My snake, me and my kid's mom, we were dating at the time. And we used to have crazy sex. I'm a Scorpio, right? So
right, okay.
It's crazy shit going on, right?
Yeah.
And the snake would get up and he would start hitting the glass. Bam, bam, Trick, right? Bam, bam.
What?
Yeah, and he would freak my baby moms out, and she'd be like, yo, put a blanket over that shit,
Like, for real, though.
Oh, that shit was crazy, man.
I'm petrified of them bitches, too? No.
Yeah, I'm not really a snake person, though. I figured that out.
So, okay, quick question. What age were you when you actually realized, like, this is what I want to do? How old were you at that moment?
I was 30. I was 30, 32, 31, man. Something like that, 30.
Right. So what was going on in your life at that time for you to be like?
I went through a breakup with my kid's mom, and I just started wilding out, Right. And I lost my pops. And when I lost my pops, it was like my dad came home one day. He had caught cancer, and he came home and he started crying. He sat down. I'm at the house with my mom's, and I knew that he was sick. We all knew he was sick from cancer. So we sat down, Pop started crying, yo, and I'm like, damn, it really like hit me, you know? And I'm like, yo, you good? What's wrong? And he's like, yo, I can't teach no more. I'm not competent sometimes. He loses his confidence from the cancer.
Right.
So I figured out life right then. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I figured my dad was a mechanic, like half his life, sold his mechanic shops. When he moved to Florida, he had got some more, sold them. And he went to college at Kaiser College, shout out to Kaiser. And my dad built like some of that school all over the place in Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach. And I seen my pops trade that wrench in for a suitcase and a tie. And I was running so all over the place at the time. I didn't really get to tell my pops thanks and I appreciate you. And I see what you're doing and the shift that you made in your life.
Yeah.
Because my parents are immigrants.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I know coming from where they came from, they're trying to be better, period.
Exactly.
You know?
So,
yeah, bro. And when I lost my pops, my brother Young Chang, he's a big assistant director in the game. He would always tell me, even before my dad passed, you know, he would be like, yo, you got to go to this school, Full Sail University in Orlando. So I went to Full Sail University. When my dad died, I was like, yo, I'm out. I'm going to leave Fort Lauderdale. I'm going to go figure some shit out in Orlando. So I went to Full Sail, and I understood the film language like English. So I picked it up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And this goes also back to what you were saying in the beginning, why you feel like everybody should just stay humble, because people don't realize just how life can change in seconds. You know what I mean? And you can go from up to down to up real fast. You know what I'm saying? I just listen to your story. I can understand where you feel passionate about that, and you mean that, like, about being humble. You've been through some things, you know.
Yeah.
So respect.
Yeah. It took me losing my pops to find myself. And the dope part is I'm still going and I'm moving in this light. And I feel like I gotta like mentor these kids I'm around. Like, I've been shooting Kodak. I shot First Day Out with 20K. You know what I'm saying? Like, I shot the first City Girls video with Video God. Fuck that nigga. Trina pulled up. You know, I came outside. She changed in the parking lot. We put her in that last scene in the salon. You know, I did a lot of Khaled's videos when he was going through the Snapchat change. Shout out to my brother Ivan Barrios, you know. And then I just went on this incredible run, yo. You know, I got out of Full Sail, Young Chang. Shout out to my brother Young Chang. I landed on a set. It was a Ghost Slug set for Khaled. And I figured out that day, I'm like, yo, I don't want to be no director. I want to produce. I want to be a producer. The producer gets all that shit for the director.
Exactly.
I'm shutting down streets. I need helicopter, got you. I need yachts, I need this. So I give all those tools to the director, and then the director takes those tools and he paints his picture.
Okay.
You feel me? And I'm good at that shit. So I realized on the Gold Slug set, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be a producer. Fuck this directing shit. So started a company, Creative Minds Firm, creativemindsfirm.com. I'm like 200 videos in, man. I was up for last year was a dope year. We did. I was up for a BET nomination for Twerk for Cardi and City Girls, and I was also up for MTV Video of the Year on the Latin market for Bad Bunny, Drake, Mia Mia. So, and we hit 1 billion views last month on that. So I shot Lil Baby and the Baby record with Daps and Edgar. You know, that was a dope flick that we did on South Beach. So I've been blessed, man, working with Coach P from QC, like great relationship with those guys. You know, it's been dope, man, you know?
So I know this might seem like dumb, but what's the difference between an executive producer and producer?
Well, the executive producer is like on the top, right? So the executive producer it could really be anybody. If somebody drops 50 grand on a project, he could be an executive producer. If somebody goes and gets Fatboy SSE for my movie, he could be an executive producer.
Okay.
know, so it just depends on how much of their homies you are. You can end up being producer, executive producer, associate producer. It's a whole bunch of shit.
Right. So it's like where you stand with the project.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna put you here today since you.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, but I did I want to shout out my brother Corey, Rich Homie Quan's dad, because when I shot the video with Quan, Corey put me on to Universal. I got signed to Universal, then Warner and Sony. He started that domino effect for me.
Okay.
You know, and Quan's got an amazing team, man. Shout outs to Rich Homie, man, his whole family.
Right.
So if you won't mind walking the people through the music videos that you've done, as far as the ones that you felt were the most memorable as far as like filming, you know what I'm saying? Not so much how it turned out at the end. Which video is it that you felt like, man, this is going to be a story that I'll always remember and it's going to touch me, the process of creating it?
I felt like TK Kravitz and Jacquees's Oceans video was a turning point in my career. And it was a video that 300 gave me that was like, it took me from the street videos and it introduced me to the record labels in a way, by myself, without having a co-producer. See, a lot of my friends, they run shit in LA and they fly into Miami and I set them up and they're ready to go. Like a lot of these videos y'all see shot in Miami, like I'm getting calls coordinating, yo, I need models, or I need cars, or I need permits, or I need, you know, so I don't post all the videos because my contribution sometimes I don't feel is enough to post it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I might just get something little for them. But you know, it's dope, man. The process, you know, just putting a video together from you know, talking to the record label, hey, we got a record we want to shoot. Sometimes they have a director already attached to the project.
Right.
Sometimes they don't. And we go through the treatment. Okay, we're going to build a treatment, guys. Directors submit their treatments, or they already got one. And I basically look at the treatment, which is like a bunch of photos, and I know what I got to get for the video. Okay, I need 5 models. I need 3 locations. One's a dope house. One is this, one is that. And I just make sure that everything's covered for the team. You ever done a video set? Either one of you guys?
Yeah.
Which video set?
The T-Pain or Two Pistols featuring T-Pain, She Got It was filmed in Pinellas County, where both me and Toya are from.
Yeah, I've done back in my days because I'm old. I did a couple videos for Diaz. Yeah, back in the day for Two Pistols, and then he had me. I came on set for one, but I didn't actually end up being in it. It was the Color song with Yo Gotti and Gucci and all that, whatever. Yeah, a little here and there stuff for Diaz. That's how we connected in the beginning.
Right there. Shout out to Diaz, man. Everybody give it one time to Diaz,
man. The man.
Yeah, man. Diaz is definitely deserves a round of applause for everything.
For sure.
For sure. Did you feel like getting into the music industry after seeing what you saw when you were younger? You speak of that experience in New York on the R. Kelly Jay-Z tour. Did you ever get to a point where you're like, man, like the people in this industry, you know, with the egos and the facades, do you ever feel like it was going to get in the way of how you could navigate through it?
You know what I found out, brother? The most successful people know how to manage personalities. You know, a lot of these people around me, they're kids. I managed Vicky for over about a year. I've known her for 3 years. She's done really well the past year and putting out 6 records, 6 music videos we dropped. We've done 1 million+ streams on several of those videos. You know, you guys, the best way for me to answer this is you can't fast track people's growth sometimes. You have to allow them the space to grow into that superstar. And I be telling people that because I feel like the expectations are so high now for everybody. You know?
For everything too. Like shit. God damn, I just, just started working out, everything. I think everybody puts pressure on everything. And
Yeah.
I think maybe it's the social media. I think that might have a lot to do with it.
How do you get through pressure? How do you get through it?
Me personally, pressure from other people.
Yeah, just like when you feel pressured sometimes, like what gets you through that?
Just self-awareness and knowing self. And I had to grow to this point though. And just making also my circle real small, because I don't need so many big people, different opinions. I got enough in my own head, you know what I mean? So not adding a lot of people in to confuse things, especially when it gets personal. And then just me just being self-aware of like, okay, you're okay, and you know what I mean? And I'm like, you're gonna get there. Just working with myself, really.
Yeah.
And self-love. A lot of self-love too. You gotta love yourself to get through almost anything anyways.
Absolutely.
It's so funny. I'm on the polar opposite of Toya. I crowdsource. So the thing with me is, like, I have a motto. My thing is, you can't change the world. That's always changing no matter what. But no matter what you see, you can always change how you see it. Absolutely. So anytime, you know what I'm saying, in my spirit, I'm not feeling like I'm aligned with something at a particular time, I seek out, you know what I'm saying, as businesses have board of directors, you know what I'm saying, I feel like every person should have like a board of directors. So I have like maybe, a handful of people who I look at like a brain trust. I reach out to them, run it through their brain, which I figure is like a machine, running it through their machine, seeing how it comes out. And I'm like, okay, see, I was looking at it wrong. I just had to shift my perspective, and now I'm good. I'm back.
But sometimes you can say things out loud just with someone else, even if it's just them listening to you. Yeah. And like just venting, you're like, oh, okay. And like, it's not that I don't do that. It's just I leave it just very little bit of people, because too many, it will drive me crazy.
I like your nails. Let me see those nails. All right then. All right.
Thank you.
Right.
He's ready to produce you.
No, right.
Go. Diaz, lock her in, Diaz.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me know.
So when it comes to the business aspect, right? When you look at the business aspect of the music industry, I take it, would you say it's the same thing as it is when it comes to the talent, managing personalities and knowing how to deal with personalities? Is that how you're able to navigate? And that, because you have a lot of people who complain and say that the business gets in the way. You know what I'm saying? You seem to be someone that, you'll make the room adjust to you. Like when you get in the water, the temperature of the water adjusts to you.
Yeah.
And do you apply that same mentality to the business people as you do to the artists?
When you sit down with the executives, I deal with, a lot of the executives at Universal, their legal department, their, insurance department. And I went full sail. I got 2 bachelors and, I'm a couple of months shy of my master's. I took a break. I shouldn't have. I should have finished it, but I got to finish these couple months. And then I'm going to go get that PhD, right?
Right.
So when you're talking to the reps, it's very different than when I'm talking to Jack Boy. It's very different than when I'm talking to Vicky. So having, the experience, man, just of playing both sides of the field allows me to adapt in those environments. It's a good thing I'm 6'4" and I'm all tatted up because I get a little respect just because I'm like, my presence, nigga, let me get some love, Right. Sometimes I go into recording studios, and like everybody's all tough with their guns and shit. And I'm like, yo, as soon as I walk in, I got to break that shit down fast because I don't want no weird energy. What's up, brother? You good? Hold up. We gonna. Next thing you know, everybody's a little more open. Because somebody came in with the right.
Man, energy is so real. Energy is key to everything, for real. But what would you say would you like better to working with, brands or artists?
Oh, I'm definitely artists all the way.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I fuck with my artists, man.
Yeah.
Vicky transitioning, doing influencer work, music, we're doing she's got a whole project dropping. I just signed Lil Scrap on management, so I'm officially signing managing Scrappy, and we're doing, a reality show, kind of like not like nothing he did already, just like some easy stuff where we're shooting content. We're gonna drop his stuff. He's gonna keep doing music. I'm gonna power him up with more music videos. That shit's easy to me.
Yeah.
You know? So I go, go partner with artists. We're friends.
Yeah.
We're friends. You could ask Vic. I've known Vic 2 years before we jumped in a partnership on management, and we've been doing awesome. So shout outs to her for dealing with me, in my mad world. And, I appreciate her. She's taught me a lot, that girl.
That's
so
dope.
we're going to bring her on the show.
Okay, most definitely.
Yeah,
most
we're going to bring her on
Thank
the show.
you.
Most definitely.
Thank you.
Diaz, you're going to set that up, man.
with you with producing,
yes, sir.
It seems to be that's where the passion is at. Out of all the different hats that you wear, that's where the passion is at. How do you know when it's the right time for you to add something else? Because like you said, you have 8 different jobs, so it had to be something at some point where you felt like, okay, I'm comfortable with taking on Vicky. I'm comfortable with taking on Scrappy. You know what I'm saying? Like, is there certain things that are a signal to you like, okay, now I'm ready? Because now you're about to add Toya. I already see that. So I just got to know when do you know?
In school, so got a lot of things going on.
Yeah, it's like, what did I do? What did I do? So basically, man, producing is just easy for me. It's not. It doesn't feel like a job. It's like, yo, I'm telling you, you look at this 3-4 page presentation, and I have so many friends and just an amazing network that I built. So I just know who to call with. Oh, okay, I'm going to get my cars from him. Oh, I'm shooting a high profile artist. I'm getting the best security. I have to fly in security sometimes.
Yeah.
When I shoot QC, Young and Ace, some of these cats, I got to make sure that they're, good. QC shows up with an amazing team. Shout out to Josh and the whole QC security. Them boys is serious when they pull up.
Right.
But safety's important, man. Like, it's really important. There's a lot of bad energy, around this culture, and it sucks. It comes from a lot of different things. But I feel like people like Khaled, that show fatherhood, those little things that they give back on camera, it kind of gives you back that balance, and God credits you for that.
Yeah.
So you see individuals that do that, man, it's like dope, and then the young ones see that, and it's like, oh, DJ Khaled's doing it. They might be an artist too. They want to do it.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
So producing is fire, but I think for me, dog, it's mentorship for me. My ultimate goal is going to be to get my PhD in leadership or psychology, and really, I want to do movies that basically we do with our own friends. And hey, Fat Boy Shiggy, we got 20 projects right now that we're wrapping up. We got all kinds of stuff. Yeah, so we got, all kinds of projects, reality shows. We got 3 movies written, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So the movie stuff is going to be cool, but I really like the mentorship part of it. So I think mentoring CEOs on confidence, like, I'm confident as fuck. Like, I just am.
Yeah.
Like, I'm humble with it though.
Right. It's not the ego. It's just higher self, It's just, you. People get it confused though, But I hear when you speak, like, when you're talking about it, I'm like, okay, so basically you showing love? Like, it don't sound like, you know what I mean? Like, you're talking about work for real. Like, you're like, yeah, I just do this. Like,
that's dope.
You reciprocate the energy. You're very stoic.
Yeah.
I try, man. I got so much fucking energy. I smoke a lot of weed.
Alex, what was that? He was very what?
Stoic.
What is that?
Stoic. So it's like,
down for me, okay.
it's pretty much like, there's a guy, I'm pretty sure you probably heard of this guy, Mohsen, Marcus Aurelius. Have you heard of him, Mohsen?
Yeah, Marcus Aurelius was the Gladiator, right? He was in the Gladiator flick, one of my favorite movies, and man, amazing flick. One of my favorite movies ever, really, that Gladiator flick.
Okay.
Like, Stoicism is like, so Toya, when you see somebody like how, he's speaking of being in a culture that he's in, is it someone that can be still beyond all the chaos that's going on around him?
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you look at a video you know, of something tragic happening, you'll notice a lot of people being frantic, but usually there's one or two people when you play it back, they're moving, but they're moving with like a slower pace, but they're still moving, you know, expeditiously. It's just a matter of the way they're moving. You can tell it's not frantic. You know what I'm saying? So you're very,
like,
very in tune.
How to handle.
Yeah, very in tune with yourself, knowing exactly, you know, your footing, your place. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad I asked.
I got into, even before I started film school, I fell in love with Malcolm X, right? Mm-hmm. And I fell in love with Spike Lee's directing because Muhammad Ali and Malcolm X and Michael Jordan are my three heroes, period. Mm-hmm. No comparison. You know, Malcolm X and everything that he went through, I felt like if I lived back then, I would have been with him and I would have took a bullet too. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I watched those guys and like, I watched Muhammad Ali and like, you know, just going through the culture change with his parents and then, you know, them stripping him from boxing because he didn't want to go fight somebody else's war. And, you know, seeing some of the things that those guys went through and I saw it on TV, mm-hmm. It was really like, it bothered me to see stuff like that. Like, I was like, man, like, how the fuck can somebody treat someone like that? Mm-hmm. You know? And I've always had like the greatest respect, man, for Spike Lee, for being that dude that's like, fuck what everybody got to say. This is the movie I'm dropping.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly how he was.
Yeah. I'm dropping this. Like, right. I don't know if you noticed, when he shot Malcolm X, they stopped making the movie because they ran out of money. Mm-hmm. And Warner Brothers wouldn't give him no more money. So Spike Lee went to Magic Johnson, Jordan, Oprah, and Denzel. You can Google it. And he went and got the rest of the money to make Malcolm X. But that movie was not going to get finished because of funding.
Wow. They tried to stop that.
Bro, that movie was legendary, bro.
Wow.
So, yeah. So it makes sense. I seen you with the belly T-shirt on. You know, it was some older pictures you were showing of yourself when you were younger. That answers the question because I'm wondering, like, he had to be a fan of Hype Williams.
You saw that.
Obviously. And Hype Williams making movies. He had to be inspired to get into film. It all comes together in one moment. Just think.
My mentor, Carl Video Verna.
That's the vice president, right?
He is, sir. Yes, he is amazing human being. He was at Saturday Night Live for 10 years with Chris Rock, Mike Myers, and all those guys. He ended up as Hype Williams' assistant director for 10 years. Mm. And he's been at Full Sail. He basically put the whole film department there for music videos. He put it together, and he's been there since, kind of chilling out, you know what I mean? Just teaching. And he's played a huge role on me, man. As my mentor, I get a lot of answers from Carl. And shout outs to him, man, for giving me, you know, just those answers when I need them. Because when you got people that have done this before and they're guiding you and they're telling you how to move, it's a little bit more, it feels different when you got that support. I feel like I got a team rooting for me, you know?
Right.
Unconditional love.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you are in school, you said, right?
Yeah, I got to finish though. I got like 2 months left on my master's, or 3 months maybe.
And the school you were going to before, what was that? What was the name again?
Well, if you know anybody that doesn't know what to do with their life, and that's like 60% of America, tell them to go to Full Sail University in Orlando. Google it. Like a full glass of water.
Okay.
Or Henny.
Right.
Full Sail like a boat, and then university.
Okay.
Shit's dope. Right. Just Google it, check this shit out. It's like got all this crazy technology shit, cameras, you want to record, you want to be a producer, like music. They got like 20, 30 studios. So shout outs to Full Sail, man, for giving me that space to learn this madness.
And how long did it take you to get your degree?
I went there for like a year, and I got an opportunity to tour. Mm-hmm. So one of my first conversations with Carl, it was in my class. I'm like, yo, I got an opportunity to tour. Like, should I go, or I got class? He's like, go, nigga, get the hell out of here.
Right.
He's like, go. So I went and I failed that class. And then I came back and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go again. And I went back on tour. I did like 60 shows, man. I did shows with Stevie Wonder, Chrisette Michelle, K. Michelle, Usher. Like, yo, I'm talking about Lauryn Hill, Talib Kweli, like.
Yeah.
And then I jumped from that to these music videos. So it was a dope situation.
And what, and you know, you shot out of school, you love that school. What was it about that school? How did you even come across it, and what made you choose that school?
My boy, Young Chang, y'all Google my dog, Young Chang, he went there, graduated, and he used to tell me all the time, yo, you gotta go here. And then it wasn't until I lost my dad that I took off.
When you lost your dad. Okay, so all right, the story behind your father, and that's when you're like, I'm gonna go. Okay.
Well, shout out to Young Chang for inspiring me.
So Young Chang, okay.
Yeah.
I gotta find Young Chang.
So I thought, being like I seen you also put up on that story, you were showing some old photos. You put that you grew up in Debonair Studios.
Debonair
Studios. So I'm thinking that's what inspired you to know, like, this is what I wanted to do. But it was something later on. You know what I'm saying? What is it? You know, with you being in the studio and you have the mentality that you have, what is it that prevented you from just saying, you know what? I'm gonna hop on the mic. I'm gonna be in front of the camera, because you have the aura of what I feel somebody could market as an artist, as a talent.
Oh, sure.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's almost the same aura, similar to what people would get from Snoop. Real stoic, real laid back, conviction. Mm-hmm. What is it that makes you say, nah, I don't need to be in front of the camera, in front of the mic, growing up in Debonair Studios. I need to be behind it.
I just want to make it clear, I'll freestyle anybody in the industry.
Thanks.
First and foremost, right? I've been freestyling since I was 13 years old. Been a while, but I'll find my words.
Right.
Second, when I was at Deb Studio, I was it was like this cool magical place at the time.
Okay.
And I was like this kid, and I had like this cool Cuban girlfriend that eventually became my baby mom. And she would come in there with her Big Mac meal and put her feet up, like, you know, she thought she was fucking cool. So I didn't really take it serious at the time, but I would always do what the homies needed me to do. Yo, we need you to pass out flyers with us at the classics, or yo, we need to do this. So I was always there, and I did that for them for years, man. Like, just, you know, helping with shows and stuff. And I don't know, I'm just not really one to be on the camera. I like the behind the scenes, man. I like giving everybody the energy to go do that, you know?
Right. Let's get this work.
Yeah, I want to be the support, yo. I don't want to be the limelight, you know?
Right. Which still are, you know?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I'll be watching Complex series, The Blueprint.
Oh, I love that.
Amazing, right?
Yeah, your boy, he was at Def Jam, but not anymore.
Leo Cohen.
Yeah. Well, Leo Cohen's, his interview was great, but Noah Callahan, who's doing it.
Noah Callahan.
Yeah, like I don't think he's at Def Jam anymore, so maybe we'll get some more of that.
Yeah, we actually went to Def Jam. Def Jam offered Vicky a deal. We had a deal on the table, and when he was to New York, shout outs to Woah Vicky for her work ethic. But we didn't end up doing a deal, and he was there at the time. Shout outs to Def Jam. Def Jam's a storied label, and they're still here. Shout outs to them. Hats off. Wish them the best. I did a lot of work with Osiris. We shot the Valentine's video in Jacksonville. I think he was the one that got my Airbnb account suspended, to be honest with you. But
wow.
That's another story.
What happened?
Man, I love it. He just be like subconsciously candid. You know what I'm saying? Like he'd be like, oh shit, you know.
Yeah, I think that was yeah. So that's that.
With Vicky, okay, so you spoke of the experiences at the beginning with the industry. You mentioned a lot of names that you've ran across. If you wouldn't mind, let us know some of the souls that you've ran across that you felt knew how to put the ego to the side, knew how to reach that happy medium, had the right energy. And then right after that, tell us about Vicky, because obviously she's somebody that's doing that, or you wouldn't be standing as close as you are.
Right.
I think there's a lot of humble people, man. Like the whole QC camp, shout outs to them. Don't really feel egos anytime I'm working with that camp.
Right.
You know, amazing people, work very hard, they're in and out, professionals. I got a great relationship with baby coach as well. You know, so you know, it's a, you know, you got a few of them that are wild, but it helps build their vibe. So it's like, okay, this is what works.
Yeah, exactly.
And guys, like, I want to make it clear, like, at the end of the day, it comes to parenting. If you teach your kids, yo, this is entertainment, don't play yourself. Like, I posted an interview on Jay-Z. Jay-Z was talking to, I forgot what, Dave Letterman, if you watch that interview. He's like, 9 out of 10 of these kids, it's all bullshit, it's not real.
Right.
But the culture's got like this addiction right now to this stuff. It's crazy.
It is.
Well, it's an emotional addiction. They want to feel something. You know what I'm saying? They want to be noticed. They want somebody to respond to them. I think, you know, right now we're in a very socially awkward, you know, time. People don't want to, you know, look at emojis. Like, people are finding ways to interact less and let something else speak for them. So I think people, they don't realize how much that's making these kids want to feel even more.
Yeah, I got to tell that to some of these kids right away. Yo, I'm not with the one words and the one sentences and the, like,
right.
If I'm talking cute to a girl, yeah, I might send emojis and shit, but
that's it though. That's where that goes.
I got shit to say, yo. Like,
right.
You made me scrap 5 questions when we started the interview. 30 seconds in, 5 of my questions I've scrapped because I can tell you're not into the small talk, and I can appreciate that.
I want to get to it, dog. Like,
exactly.
So, you know, even with Vicky, you know, I give her my true self. I'm honest with her. I'm like her big brother, you know, her manager, her best friend. Like, you know, we do a lot of stuff together, and she kills pretty much everything I put in front of her. It's like she's a superhuman, and she takes care of so many people. Like, she's always helping this person or doing this for the community, or we're going to do that.
Wow.
But the problem is, people don't understand what entertainment is.
Yeah.
As soon as
they really don't.
You know, like,
they really don't.
It becomes
they don't realize it's a show. They don't. They get caught up in the theatrics and don't realize it's a show. It's no different than, like, I heard. You know, this is great because, you know, I think it was Cardi B was breaking down how, you know, with things people are saying about the video that her and Megan did, it's like, you know, people wouldn't say that if they seen, you know, a movie. If they seen that in a movie, it wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you doing a video like you did with Cardi and the City Girls with Twerk and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure you could relate, you know what I'm saying, to understanding, hey, this is art, this is entertainment, this is freedom of expression. You know what I'm saying? So take us through that experience, like what it was like shooting that video.
That was one of my toughest shoots.
Okay.
It was a 2-day shoot. It was a 1.5 week prep. It was 3 boats. We flew in a bunch of girls. You know, we had to go scouting. Me, Dap, shout out to Sarah, Julio, Vanda, you know, my brother Kamada, the DP. We had to go find the sandbar. So we're literally driving around in boats the day before, 2 days before. And the director's like, yeah, we're going to put the pole right here. And I'm like, perfect, you know?
Right.
As long as the director's happy, I'm good.
Yeah, right, perfect. God, yeah.
Good, perfect. We're good with it looked good too right there, right? Be honest.
Man, it was, I was just waiting on you to, you know, cause I was about to say, man, that video was dope as fuck. Like, I'm sorry y'all had a lot going on, but shit, that's a dope ass video.
And then the cops pulled over one of the boats, sent them back because too many people on the boat. And yeah, it was a whole, but the video came out amazing. Yeah. The ending was super fire. The girls went ham. Jamaica won the contest. And we put her in the car, got her out of there quick. Everybody else was hot. There was a fight in the trailer between the girls because the girls, you know, they've been doing all this twerking. They ain't got anything in. They hot. So
y'all had to ship her out and everything. Like, go, take the money, go.
They were hot. So there was a fight that broke out. You know, and it's fun to do this stuff and the stories and like, but Twerk was a tough shoot, man.
Ooh, y'all had a lot going on.
Yeah, it was a tough shoot, but you know, you got you know, girls flying in, and you know, you got a lot of crew flying in from LA, and you know, it's a 2-day shoot, so all those things make the shoots a little more difficult, you know.
Yeah.
But the video, when you see the video, and it's like amazing. Christina did the paint. My homegirl Christina, shout out to her. Paint by Christina. She did the tiger stuff, the body stuff, and I'm like, Cardi came up. Yo, Cardi came up, right? This is the first time, it's the only time I really ever said anything to her. She comes up and she's like, so what are we doing, right? And I'm like, well, here's what we're gonna do. And she's like, oh, dope. And she started asking me questions. And I was like, damn, that's cool. The creative intrigues people. They're like, oh, it's like building a Barbie and Ken doll. That's what I do. Oh, I'm gonna put a Ferrari at this mansion. We're gonna fly a helicopter over, put a cop over here and a cop over there across the street. It's like I'm fucking playing with Barbie dolls and Ken dolls all day.
Yeah, it's like interior decorating at a mansion.
Yeah. That was an amazing shoot though, man. We did Daps killed it. My brother from Nigeria right there, Daps.
Y'all did that.
Amazing director, man. He always, you know, when you work with certain directors and certain projects, it gets the best out of you. They pull the best out of you.
Yeah.
So shout outs to that team right there.
So what is it that you say makes it easy for you to navigate, you know what I'm saying, and get into the rooms that you're able to get in, to be around, you know, as many people as you are? Because a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, they may say, well, hey, I've been at this for a while, and they don't understand that it's not just about the talent. You know what I'm saying? If you could contribute, or if you could tell people what it is that you contribute, what you bring, that make people say, hey, we need him in the room, what would you say that is?
Energy and consistency, bro. Like I'm consistent. I don't stop. My boy texts me I text him and he texts me at like 4 a.m. I was getting ready to fly out to Atlanta. Like, I'm addicted to this, and it's not even that I'm addicted to it, like to the game. I'm addicted to the mentorship and the people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know how dope it is to be working and other people working, and like, bro, I used to work in call centers and shit. Like,
yeah.
I've been working for myself for 10 years, I think, 12,
right.
You know? So it's a blessing.
Yeah.
Energy and consistency, dude. Energy and consistency. And I think that having the awareness to understand people's perspectives, because everybody wants to be heard.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got ideas.
Yeah.
So you gotta respect their ideas and court them. You know, it's just it's a vibe.
Right. That's
awesome.
It's like the ultimate host. Respect the ideas, entertain them, and host them. You know what I'm saying? Court them, as you say.
But at the end of the day, right? What else are you gonna do? Like, you gonna sleep all day?
Right, exactly.
Like, you want to sit outside your house and smoke blunts? Like, how long we did that?
Seriously.
Like, nigga, get to the bag.
Let's do this.
Shout out to my team, man. Onyx Digital Agency, the whole squad. I got an amazing staff. We finna launch that shit. I'm gonna be blasting my artists with tons of content. I'm powering them up with content. Good management structure. We did a deal with Mixtape Monopoly, K-Camp's distribution, who Vicky's distributed now for a year. Amazing distribution company. They help work Meg Thee Stallion, a lot of other artists. So I'm excited to do the partnership with them and power up these artists with this content.
Yeah, for sure.
And your partnership with Toya Vegan Mamiana.
Yes, sir. But first, let's take a moment and clap it up for Diaz one time. Clap it up for your boy Diaz.
Man, listen.
I feel like you been have Nori like, man, what the fuck they doing over there? They gonna feel like we doing drink champ shit. I like that though. I like that.
Diaz is so serious. Like, Diaz is like just.
You know what's funny?
Heaven.
I've been around different celebrities. Diaz can tell you. Nori is the only celebrity I met that I felt like I fanned out in front of. We met him in Miami. man, it was over 10 years ago. Me and Diaz were in Miami promoting some music we pushed at the time. And when I seen Nori, I was like, oh shit, NOIE. I like said his name, like the song and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I had a moment where I like fanned out when I seen him. He's the one person that did that to me. Almost like you had a Nori moment too, where you crashed your car and went and bought another one.
Oh Lord, that was scary, dog.
He's like, oh, scared.
That was scary. I had that shit for like a week. Yeah, I met Nori too. My mentor, he shot Nori, like a lot of them videos.
Yeah.
So we was at Joe's Crap Shack. He was there, and I'm standing out front with Carl, and I'm like, "Yo, look, it's Nori." And Carl turned around.
Nori.
Yeah, he was at Joe's Crap Shack with his wife. So he turns around, and Carl and him like look at each other. Next thing you know, Nori comes down, and that's the only time I ever met the brother. But you know, I felt the energy.
Right.
So speaking of energy, something we ask everybody to do before we end things here is, is shout out 5 people that you feel are the sum of what we see now with you. Because they say, you know, we're some of the 5 people we're around the most, so we communicate with the most. So if you want to shout out the 5 people that play a part in the reflection of what we're seeing right now with you.
My mother, first and foremost. My mom's is everything, you know, and, you know, I got brothers and shit. And from where I'm coming from, man, like, all my friends want to see me win. I've accepted that. And, like, I feel like everybody's rooting for me all the time. It's tough, man, sometimes. But I've become, like Steve Harvey said, he said, you have to become uncomfortable. You have to become comfortable in an uncomfortable space.
Yes.
And get used to it.
Yeah.
And I think I have. Shout outs to my mom. Shout outs to Carl Video Verna. You know, my mentor, my best friend, amazing, you know, brother of mine. Shout outs to my brother Beto Dead Fresh. Shout outs Beto. He's a young brother that inspires me. He's like my little brother. He's been through some tough things in his life. And shout outs to him for, you know, just he got the will and he has the perseverance abilities. And as I've watched him grow, the young bull is just hammering through stuff now. He getting figured out. So that's an amazing friend of mine. Shout out Pharaoh. It's just too many for me to name, man. Everybody's a lifetime friend. Mandy, Tay, my brother Mo, Jimmy, you know, it's hard to call 5.
You got your all-star. You got an all-star.
Yeah, hey. Man, I need like 500 brother.
I love that, man.
That's what's up.
Love it,
I like
man.
that. Yeah.
I gotta thank you for like blessing us with this energy.
Yo, I appreciate y'all.
Chill and just like bring it down.
Yeah, no, this was dope. I appreciate you.
We're grateful, man. I tell people if they did something for me, I say your fingerprints on the mold and whatever I become. You got a lot of fingerprints on yours. So thank you. We're gonna make sure we get Vicky on here too.
Yes, sir.
And support anything that you got going on. And,
yeah, you can put her on next week. We get to it.
Right. What? Getting to it, huh?
Yeah.
Y'all don't
get this work, baby.
So shout out, one more thing. Shout outs to Gravity House in Atlanta, my brother John, where I met Diaz. That's an amazing studio, man. My brother PR works out that studio. If y'all want a fire engineer, go to Gravity House. Them boys, they know what they're doing over there. My brother John's powered up with a whole production team, solid ass producers that putting together some big time records right now.
Yeah, John will be on. He'll be on soon, man. We get him on next week too. So.
Yeah, man. John needs to be on this.
Yes, sir. Yes.
That's where we met. You probably don't remember most of we met there that night when Bangladesh was there with us.
Yes, sir. He's an amazing brother as well. Good man right there.
But definitely appreciate you, Mohsen, man. We'll get up, brother. You know what I mean? I appreciate you. All right.
Hey, y'all. Hey, listen. I don't know what you're gonna do with me, but Diaz got all my contacts.
Yeah, we finna shoot. We finna put you in the video. We finna do something.
Oh, shit.
We're gonna give her a set it off role with like 2 other people.
Yeah, she gotta be the main.
I like that.
There we go.
Niggas getting shot every day, B. Shit.
I want to shout out my brother Drew. Filmed it too, man. We just shot Jack Boy T Grizzly. We did 500,000 views in like 3 days or more than that. Drew, if you guys want to fire director music videos, this kid's on fire right now, and Streets is fucking with him. He's one of the most hardworking 20-year-olds I've met in my life.
What's his @ sign?
Drew filmed it.
Is that the one that's that you hear on Kodak's?
Yeah. Well, Kodak does 20K. Jack Boy's doing Drew filmed it.
Okay, because if I'm remembering,
he did Tay Bay Bay too.
Okay.
Yeah, Drew filmed it. He did a lot of work for Jack. He did a lot of work for King Von. You know, an amazing team. Also, he's with 100K Management. Shout out to Track. You know, YNW Melly. Hope he's home soon. He's got an amazing mother and his family. Good people, man. See, everybody be stereotyping, and everybody want to give opinions in the media. These are good people, man.
Yeah.
Like, you got to get to know these people. You can't.
And people just out here trying to take care of their families, man. You know what I'm saying? They come all the way from the streets. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just really trying to take care of their people and take care of themselves.
Yeah.
Hey Mo, how this Florida movement going on though? This Florida movement is taking off, boy. I'm telling you, they gotta watch out.
Jack Boy, man, like, yo, I'm from Broward County, so for me, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. It's Broward over like everybody. Like,
I'm from Clearwater. I'm not far from you.
And
I ain't beefing with y'all. Hey, you can have it.
It's Sniper Gang. It's YNW. Those are my two families right there.
Right.
You know?
Right.
QC, you know, OG Parker, my brother, known him for a long time.
Yeah.
We right up the street. Safety Harbor is like right by Clearwater. So we right up the street from you. It's like, it's just like a few hours.
St. Pete, it's all the Tampa Bay area.
Yeah.
I want to invite y'all to a music video one day. Y'all come do behind the scenes.
Yeah. Let me know.
Yeah. Y'all come
hey,
up.
whatever you need me for. I don't care if it's to hold up a
teamwork
fan.
makes the dream work.
If you need me to hold a fan for you, I'll hold the fan. I don't have,
you know. Do the interviews. You can just walk around and interview everybody.
Hey, yeah.
A lot, yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, we'll set something like that up, Diaz, and do a little vibe, man.
Definitely, man. They all up here in Atlanta, so it's all good.
Yeah.
All right, everybody's shooting here right now. This place is hot right now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get on with you, Mo.
What's up, y'all?
You too, man.